Used truck buyers in the U.S. lose over $30 billion a year to scams, bad deals, and outright fraud. That figure comes from people who document this for a living, and it holds up year after year because the conditions that produce it don't change. There's a lot of money moving, most buyers are underprepared, and the industry has had a long time to get good at taking advantage of that. Most of those buyers thought they did their homework. They checked the mileage, they looked the truck over in the parking lot. Some of them ran a Carfax. They still got taken. What I'm going to cover in this video is exactly how that happens, and more importantly, how to walk onto any lot or up to any private seller's driveway and actually know what you're looking at, which years and models are worth buying, what you need to do before you hand over $1, and how to negotiate without leaving money on the table. All of it based on real numbers from named sources. Hit subscribe. You won't regret having this in your feed. First, some market context, because timing affects what you can do right now. The U.S. used truck market was worth approximately $6.4 billion in 2024, according to iMark Group. And that figure covers trucks specifically, not the broader used vehicle market. Demand is rising, not falling. What that means, practically, is that you're competing for inventory that the market values highly, and the price is reflected. According to gurus, the average used Toyota Tacoma is running around $30,000. A used F-150 is $30,760. A used Silverado is $31,000. This is not cheap transportation. These are $30,000 financial decisions, which makes the due diligence we're about to talk about worth every minute. The better news is that prices have come down meaningfully from their peak. In April of 2022, the average used vehicle was listing at just over $31,000 across all types. By early 2025, that had dropped to around $25,000. Wholesale prices fell roughly 5% in 2024 alone. It's a buyer's market relative to 2 years ago when people were paying above sticker without flinching. New trucks are also sitting on lots longer. Days to turn increased almost 22% year over year in early 2024, which means dealers are more motivated than they've been in a while. That motivation is leverage, and you should use it. Before getting into the buying process, you need to know what you're actually shopping for, because used truck covers an enormous range of reliability and value. Picking the wrong model year of an otherwise solid truck can cost you thousands in repairs within the first year of ownership. Start with the F-150. Ford announced in December 2024 that the F-Series has been America's best-selling truck for 48 consecutive years, with more than 33 million units sold since 1977. KBB gave it their Best Buy award 10 years running, and Consumer Reports named it a top pick in 2026, the first full-size pickup to earn that designation since 2019. The record is hard to argue with. The sweet spot on a used F-150 is the 2017 to 2021 range, specifically trucks equipped with the 5.0 Coyote or the 2.7 EcoBoost. These engines are well-documented workhorses, still pulling strong at 250,000 miles with proper maintenance, and any mechanic will tell you the same thing. Steer around the 2014. There was a documented recall for intermittent failure of the transmission's output speed sensor, a known problem from the factory, and one that's easy enough to avoid when you have options. It's also worth noting that Ford had its worst recall year on record in 2025. Consumer Reports still gave the F-150 top marks through that, but it does mean that you want to run any recent era VIN against the recall database at safercar.gov before committing to anything. The Toyota Tacoma has the strongest resale value in the mid-size segment. IC Cars analyzed 9 million used car sales and gave it a retained value rating of 9.4 out of 10, the highest in its class, along with a historical reliability score of 8.5. The older 3.4-liter and 4.0-liter engines are about as close to indestructible as truck engines get, with some owners reporting 300,000 miles without major mechanical issues. The pre-4th generation trucks, 2011, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2018, 2020, are the year's real truck and multiple reliability analysts consistently point to. The important caveat is the 2024 redesign. Toyota moved the 4th generation Tacoma to a turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid with significant new technology on board, and the early results have not been good. Edmunds, drawing from Consumer Reports and RepairPal data, described the 2024 Tacoma as one of the least reliable mid-size trucks on the market in 2026, a complete reversal from a truck that had won the J.D. Power mid-size category just 2 years earlier. First-generation owners of a redesigned platform tend to absorb the problems that later buyers don't have to deal with. The 2024 and 2025 Tacoma is still in that phase. Let the platform mature before spending $30,000 on one. There's a separate issue for anyone considering a Tacoma from the 1995 to 2004 model years. Those trucks had a severe and well-documented frame rust problem. Serious enough that Toyota eventually issued a 15-year unlimited mileage corrosion warranty covering roughly 813,000 vehicles and offered to repurchase affected trucks at 1.5 times KBB value. That is not the kind of settlement a manufacturer offers when the problem is minor. If you're looking at one of those trucks, get underneath it before anything else happens. The Chevrolet Silverado 1500 ranked second among large light-duty pickups in J.D. Power's 2026 Vehicle Dependability Study and carries a 4.4 owner rating from CarMax, which puts them in their top 10 best used pickups. Best years for reliability: 2015, 2018, 2020. The GMT 800-era trucks from the late 1990s through mid-2000s, the first-generation Silverado body style, are frequently praised by mechanics for being straightforward to work on, cheap to maintain, and backed by widely available parts. If budget is a real constraint, that generation is worth a serious look. The Ram 1500 took the top spot in J.D. Power's 2026 Vehicle Dependability Study for large light-duty pickups. Best used years are 2016, 2019, and 2021. Maximum towing is 12,750 pounds with a payload of 2,300 pounds. Solid numbers across those model years and consistent reliability data to back them up. The Nissan Frontier is probably the most underestimated option in the midsize category. The Auto Reliability Index scored it at 79 out of 100 across model years, with the 2021 model jumping to 84 out of 100 and recording 0 complaints per 10,000 vehicles sold. 0. It also tends to come in noticeably below Toyota pricing, which matters when the average Tacoma is listing at $30,000 and carrying what some analysts call a Toyota tax, a premium buyers pay for the brand's reputation rather than anything specific the truck does differently at that price.
Now, the part of the used truck market that costs buyers the most money and the part that gets the least attention in buying guides. The NHTSA has documented that odometer fraud alone costs American consumers more than $1 billion annually. That figure was stated publicly by their former Deputy Administrator Heidi King. The FTC reported in 2024 the deceptive dealership practices cost Americans over $3.4 billion per year, and estimated that almost half of consumers fall victim to bait and switch when they arrive to purchase a vehicle. A 2024 Kelley Blue Book report found that the average buyer unknowingly pays an additional $1,195 in add-ons they didn't specifically agree to, things like window etching, VIN engraving, and nitrogen-filled tires, packed into the loan without transparent disclosure. On extended warranties, a 2023 AAA study found that dealerships charge up to 300% markup. If you've ever wondered why the finance office feels like a different transaction than the sales floor, that's why. The scams that cause the most damage to used truck buyers specifically are worth naming directly. Odometer rollback is a federal crime, with civil penalties up to $10,000 per violation, and it has become harder to detect because it has moved into the digital age. Fraudsters now use devices that plug into the OBD2 port and rewrite the stored mileage data. The display looks clean. You can't tell by looking at the screen, which is exactly the point. The fix is cheap. The damage is not. Flood car fraud is consistently underestimated. Carfax tracked approximately 452,000 flood-damaged vehicles back on U.S. roads in 2023. After every significant hurricane, Katrina, Sandy, Harvey, Irma, Florence, flood-damaged trucks spread to all 50 states. The sellers move them out of the affected region on purpose because buyers in other parts of the country aren't thinking about it. Geographic distance from a storm is not protection. Title washing is when salvage or flood damage title gets cycled through multiple states until the branding disappears and a clean title can be issued. It's illegal in every state, and it happens regularly. A clean title on paper does not mean a clean truck. Yo-yo financing is a tactic the FTC specifically monitors. You agree to a deal, drive the truck home, and receive a call days later saying your financing fell through and you need to return to sign new paperwork on worse terms. The pressure of already having the truck in your driveway is the mechanism. It's documented, and it works, which is why it persists. If any of that is new information, hit the like button. It helps this video reach people who are about to hand $30,000 to someone without knowing any of it. Now for what you actually do about it. Run the VIN before you do anything else. Carfax is $39.99 for a single report. AutoCheck, operated by Experian, is $25 per report, or $50 for 5 reports in 21 days. Edmunds compared both services in December 2024 and found Carfax to be slightly more comprehensive, particularly in how quickly it reflects recent incidents. If you're shopping multiple trucks, AutoCheck's multi-report pricing is the better value. Both services pull accident history, title brands, odometer readings from reported service visits, flood damage designations, lemon law buyback status, open recalls, and ownership count. The government tools are also worth knowing. SaferCar.gov is free for recall checks, and NICB VIN Check is free for stolen vehicle and total loss status. The thing to understand about vehicle history reports is that they are a starting point, not a verdict. Any mechanic will tell you the same thing. Carfax doesn't catch accidents that weren't reported to insurance, private repairs that left no paper trail, or titles that have been washed. A clean report can accompany a truck with real problems. It narrows the field, it doesn't close the case. Get a pre-purchase inspection. This is where buyers most often cut corners, and it's the cut that costs them the most. A pre-purchase inspection, a PPI, runs between $150 and $250 at most independent shops, according to RepairPal, JD Power, and Consumer Affairs data from 2025 and 2026. The average is around $200. Mobile inspectors who come to the truck typically charge $25 to $50 more than an in-shop appointment. A proper inspection includes a road test of at least 20 minutes at highway speeds, a full lift inspection of the frame and underbody, a scanner review of every electronic module, and physical inspection of the engine, transmission, brakes, suspension, and body panels. A phone-based photo inspection is not a PPI, it's a photograph. What a good PPI finds that Carfax misses: frame damage, transmission wear that hasn't failed yet, electronic module issues that won't show on an emissions test but are heading toward failure, underbody corrosion, and components approaching the end of their service life. Eric Hamilton, founder of White Knight Inspections, put it plainly: a pre-purchase inspection lets you find hidden issues before you're committed. And as one industry writer observed, the $200 is the cheapest part of the whole deal. If a seller refuses allow a pre-purchase inspection, take that refusal at face value. Walk away. On odometer fraud specifically, NHTSA publishes a checklist, and the most useful items are these. Compare the mileage on the physical title to what the odometer reads. Look for oil change stickers on the door frame, glove box, or windshield. They'll often record prior mileage and will contradict a rolled back reading immediately. Check the tires. A truck showing fewer than 20,000 miles should still have its factory rubber. Inspect the brake pedal, seat bolster, or steering wheel. Wear on those surfaces doesn't reset when the odometer does. On digital odometers, watch for flickering displays or error codes, and check whether the trip meter reading is consistent with what the seller is claiming. Multiple owners in a short time window is a separate red flag worth noting. Know your title types before you go anywhere near a signing table. A clean title means no major reported incidents on file. It does not mean the truck is clean. A salvage title means an insurance company declared the vehicle a total loss, typically when repair costs reach roughly 75% of its market value. A rebuilt or reconstructed title means the truck was salvaged, repaired, and passed a state inspection, legal to sell, but many insurers will not provide full coverage on it, and that matters when something goes wrong later. A flood damage brand means documented water damage. TMU, or true mileage unknown, means odometer fraud is suspected or confirmed. Rebuilt titles deserve serious caution. Flood brands are generally a reason to walk. For flood damage in person, the National Automobile Dealers Association checklist covers the key areas. Pull the seatbelts all the way out and look for waterline marks. Check under the floor mats and carpet for staining or residue. Look inside the headlights and taillights for condensation. Check the screws in the center console for rust. That's water reaching places it has no business being. Open the hood and look in the crevices around the starter motor, power steering pump, and behind wiring harnesses for dried mud. And trust the smell. A
A musty interior odor is one of the things that's genuinely difficult to remove after water damage, and sellers who have tried to clean it know that too. On negotiation, buyers can typically take 10 to 20% off the asking price on a used truck, according to Autos Today's January 2025 analysis. Private sellers tend to have more room than dealerships, partly because they don't have a manager to check with, and partly because they don't have a floor plan payment ticking on the inventory. Your preparation determines your leverage. Before you make any offer, check KBB's fair purchase price, Edmunds' true market value, and CarGurus' market rating for that specific truck. If CarGurus shows comparable trucks in your area selling for less, bring those listings. If the pre-purchase inspection turned up issues, document them and get a repair estimate. Those findings are not just safety information, they're line items in a negotiation. A $200 inspection that services a $2,000 repair pays for itself many times over in that conversation. Negotiate on the total price of the truck. Dealers prefer to work in monthly payments because a monthly payment is easy to adjust without appearing to move on the vehicle price. Extending the loan term by a year drops the monthly payment while increasing the total amount you pay significantly. Know the full number before you discuss anything else. For context on where the market stands, Edmunds data from June 2024 showed the average discount off new truck MSRP was $1,819, compared to buyers paying $683 above sticker in June 2022. The market has moved substantially in the buyer's direction. Use that. At the dealership, the finance office is where the additional $1,195 in average undisclosed add-ons documented by KBB tends to appear. Window etching, paint protection packages, a VIN-engraved piece of plastic on the window that costs the dealer essentially nothing to install. These items get folded into the loan without announcement. Read every line of the purchase agreement before you sign it. To summarize what we covered, used trucks are real financial decisions. The average used F-150, Tacoma, and Silverado are all listed in the $30,000 to $31,000 range right now, and the fraud environment targeting buyers at those price points, odometer rollback, flood cars, add-on packing, and bait and switch, is costing Americans over $30 billion a year across the used vehicle market as a whole. Your protection is consistent across every purchase. Run the VIN through Carfax or AutoCheck. Get a pre-purchase inspection from an independent mechanic for $150 to $250. Understand what your title types mean before you're looking at one, and negotiate on total price rather than monthly payment. On models, for midsize, the pre-2024 Tacoma, 2016, 2018, or 2020 is the proven choice. The 2024 and 2025 Tacoma has not yet established itself as reliable, and there's no reason to pay $30,000 to find out whether it will. For full size, a 2017 to 2021 F-150 with the 5.0 Coyote or 2.7 EcoBoost is a genuinely hard truck to argue against. The Ram 1500 leads J.D. Power's dependability rankings for 2026, with 2016, 2019, and 2021 as the standout years. And if budget matters, the 2021 Nissan Frontier is one of the most statistically reliable trucks in the midsize segment and consistently priced well below the competition. If you've bought a used truck and learned something the hard way, leave it in the comments. What happened, what it cost you, what you do differently. Those comments are genuinely useful to people watching this after you. If you haven't subscribed yet, we cover used truck buying, maintenance, and real-world ownership on a regular basis without the sales pitch. And if this video saved you from a bad deal or helped you think through a purchase you're about to make, send it to someone who's currently shopping. It might save them a significant amount of money.